Oh my god, it's like I can never do these space buns, and then I can never keep hair straight. That's just my thing. What is up, Voodoo Tribe? It is your girl Naja yet again, and I am back with another video. And apparently this is my Q&A wig, because I always wear this wig when I'm doing a Q&A. The last time my hair was much cuter. My space buns are collapsing and trying to merge within each other to create one entity. But here we go. So I did ask some questions. Well, I posted something on Instagram so that you guys could ask me some questions, because the last video was actually really fun to make. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. So I did get 79 comments. I'm going to try to filter them the best that I can to not answer questions that I've already done in a previous video. So yeah. What is your favorite restaurant? My favorite restaurant, I don't really have one. I'm a big foodie, so I just love eating everything, to be honest. One of my favorite places here in Jacksonville, because I live in Jacksonville, Florida, is Hawkers in Riverside Jacks. It's so freaking good. Like, I love curries and stuff like that, and their curries are like a peanut base, like cashews and stuff like that. I could just taste it and it's so fucking good. Like, I love spicy food. I just love ethnic foods in general. Like, I'm not really like a burgers and fries type of girl. Like, I'll get it every once in a while, but the main things that I like are like curries, spices, and why did you start a YouTube channel? To be honest, I don't know. Like, okay, so in my opinion, this is where I think it stemmed, but it's not like I got on YouTube saying, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do YouTube, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. I had posted a video when I was around like 16 and it got a lot of views and I didn't even know. And then I came back when I was around like 20 and I looked at it and I was like, oh shit, I got 1 million views on this. So then I was like, maybe I should just start being consistent and like posting. And I don't know, I just turned out liking it. Like, because there was a point where I wanted to like do YouTube and stuff, and I had bought this camera that I'm filming on right now and I didn't use it for 2 years. That's why I always tell people, like, make sure that this is something that you want to do before you go and buy all this shit, you know. What's your favorite thing about living on your own, aka without your parents? My favorite thing is that I don't really have to tiptoe around anybody. Like, I don't have to go out of my way to make sure that somebody is okay. Like, I don't know, maybe that's just my household, but like, if you come into the house and you don't speak, like, you got a problem. Like, I don't know, I just like that. I like having my own freedom. I like being able to go anywhere I want without anybody asking me where I'm at, keeping tabs on me. Because like, when you actually work like full-time, because YouTube is not my only job, like I have a full-time job, it gets kind of pestering when you have someone checking on you as if you're a child when you're doing adult activities. So yeah, that's my main thing. I'm really cool with my people. Nothing, no hard feelings against them. It's just I really value my space. Will you ever go on tour, like meet and greets? I got invited to this thing in Atlanta for YouTube, but I'm not gonna go. I don't know. I just don't really want to go. But I mean, I might do a meet and greet somewhere like in Orlando or something. Like, I would never do a meet and greet in my hometown because there are not a lot of nice people here. Like, people are haters here. Like, it's different. Like, I really like Atlanta a lot because like they do this thing where like if you're a creator, they'll like help you build up and you'll help them build up. It's like a whole, you know, flow of positivity and creativity. And then in my city, it's kind of like somebody will be doing really good at something. They're like, who she thinks she is? I need to sabotage her because that's the only way that I can get where I want to be. Like, if you live in my city, you know what I'm talking about. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is yellow. I wear a lot of black, but my favorite color is yellow. What are some old person things that you do? I don't know. I like watching daytime television. Like, I like watching Judge Judy and Dr. Phil and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, maybe that's like an old person thing I like to do. I don't like soap operas, they're really cheesy. So you will not catch me watching Days of Our Lives or none of that shit. Yeah, I think that might be it with the old person things that I like to do. Would you say that you're still discovering self, and what's something that's changed as you grew up and that you love? Hope that made sense. Love you. Yes, I feel like I'm still working on myself as a person. I'm only 21 years old, like, but it doesn't scare me. Like, I love that shit. Like, just reflecting on the person that I used to be 5 years ago, comparing it just to the person I used to be a year ago. Like, I've changed so much, and I'm in such a more positive mindset that it's almost like, I can't even explain it. Like, I'm just not stressed anymore. Everything is just falling together for me. And like, you guys are always commenting like on my skin. Like, I only break out when I'm stressed, and I haven't broken out in so long. Like, it's crazy. It's just so crazy. Was it hard when you first started to be on your own and more independent? P.S. I love you and I watch all of your videos. I love you too. No, it was not hard because I had saved up for a whole year, like a year, before I had moved out. The only reason why it was hard was because I moved out with a dumbass and I was trying to take care of her as well as me instead of taking care of myself. If you want to see how that unfolded, here's a video. It's my first ever storytime movie I ever made. It's about like an hour and 30 fucking minutes. So if you want some juicy ass tea, click that. What do you like the most about being a YouTuber, and what is your least favorite thing about being a YouTuber? My most favorite thing is that I can be creative. Like, I can put on wigs, I can, you know, like do my makeup, because I don't wear makeup on a daily. Like, I probably put on makeup like 4 times a month, and that's when I film on the weekend, like today when I don't got work and I can afford to like beat my face. I just love it. I love that I can connect with all these different people that are like me and we could be friends and shit. It's so fucking awesome. What I don't like about YouTube, the only thing I don't like about YouTube is some of the fakeness that people do just to get views, like the whole sub for sub thing, or just like fake pranks and shit like that. Like, I just feel like if you're being ingenuine to the people who watch and support you, like, what are you doing? Like, these are supposed to be your homies, your tribe, you know? Like, why would you want to deceive them just for some coin? I don't get it. What music do you listen to? I pretty much listen to all types of music except for country. Like, I like alternative rock music, I like EDM, I like hip hop, I like rap, I like chill step, I just like instrumentals sometimes. The majority of the time I'm just listening to instrumentals. Like, I like everything except country. I just can't get into country. Like, I'm not from the South. I'm not fucking with it. I'm sorry. I don't. I love the blues. Like, I really love the blues a lot. If you could have any superpower, what power would you want and why? I don't even gotta think about this. I would want to teleport. If I could teleport, I would be so fucking happy. I would never want to be immortal because then everyone around me would fucking die. But I would want to teleport because then I could just go wherever the fuck I want. I could teleport into a bank, get some coins. Like, I would love to teleport. If you were able to die but come right back to life, who would be the first person you would visit? That's a good one. I would probably visit my grandmother because she just has a very hard time with loss. So if I could teleport and come back, teleport. If I could come back, I would totally visit her and just, you know, console her a little bit and say my goodbyes. Or maybe I would stay, I don't know. Would I want to stay? Like, do you remember what your first LSD or shroom experience was like? Yes, I remember my first LSD experience. I was 17, and that is when I met my piece of shit ex. I was at a party. And but before I went to that party, I was at the beach with a group of my friends, and I just remember like, damn, I'm not feeling it, like this is weird. But then once I got, okay, it's all choppy. We're in the car going to the beach, and that's when I dropped it. And I just remember instantly feeling like I was in Fear and Loathing, if you've ever seen that movie. And I felt like I was in a first person video game. I'm looking down at my hands and stuff, and I'm just like, whoa, right? Then we get to the beach, I'm seeing mermaids and stuff in the water. I'm seeing a kraken, you know, like the octopus. Like, it wasn't a bad trip at all, but it was very, but I think it's because I just came in with a positive mindset. I do not remember my first time on shrooms. Yes, I do. I'm lying. I remember. I did not take a lot. It was actually the first night when I had met my friend Autumn that I've mentioned in not really many story times, and her boyfriend, who I forgot the nickname I gave him. But yeah, that was when they first met, and then all of our friends were like, okay, we need to give them their alone time. And my friend Vegan, that ended up being my roommate like a year ago, he had some mushrooms and he was like, do you want to try it? And he dispersed it between everybody, and he only had like 2 little measly mushrooms left, and he was like, well, do you want it, Naja? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I took it. Of course nothing really happened. We were walking around in a neighborhood. Our neighborhood was humongous. It was where I lived. It's humongous. I don't live there anymore, but obviously. But there's like 6 pools. So we went to one of the pools, and there's like a gazebo thing, and it was nighttime. Squeak was with us too, and Squeak was throwing up because she had been drinking a lot. So while she's throwing up, I'm standing at the gazebo, and the trees are just tall, right? It's just tall trees. And all I see is the black silhouette of the tree. And then all of a sudden, it just started going like this, right? And I'm just like, what the fuck? And then they grew arms like that. And then I could have sworn I saw them throwing apples, like in the fucking Wizard of Oz. So like I crunched down like that. And then when I look up, everything's normal. And I didn't, that was it. Like that was it. I didn't see anything else for the rest of the night. That was it. And then at first I was like, maybe I'm just high or something, but no, weed does not do that. For the record, guys, I'm drug free now. That's just my path. Advice on dating older guys, for sure. So it all depends on the age of the guy. Don't get me fucked up. If you're a mature younger person and you're trying to date an older guy, maybe you match their mental, you know, their mental, but there's always that line drawn on like, why does this old ass man want this young ass person? You get what I'm saying? So maybe he's not on the same level of his peers, which is why he feels like he needs to date somebody younger who thinks that he's excelled. That's why my like age range of dating older would be 2 to 3 years, because at least then there's that gap isn't so like significant to the point where it's just like, why the fuck do you want anything to do with me? You get what I'm saying? If you could start your life over, what would you do differently? Absolutely nothing. I would not do anything differently. I'm happy where my life is right now. I mean, every little difference that you make can affect another thing. So it's like, if you were to just be like, oh, I wish I would have never done that. Well, fuck it, dude, you're here. Like, do you speak Spanish and or Creole? No, I do not speak Spanish or Creole. I had the opportunity to learn French when I was in middle school, so I do know some French. Very minimal French, like getting around, probably ordering a burger French. And when I was in high school, I did get offered the opportunity to take Spanish, but instead I took Latin 1, which fucking sucked, and I didn't do it again. And instead of going in a Spanish one, my sophomore year, I decided to take sign language. So I'm actually fluent in sign language. I've taken 3 years in ASL, and yeah, I can actually talk like with deaf people. I live right by St. Augustine, where they have the Blind and Deaf Institute. I do have some deaf friends. So yeah, that's all I got. Would you help out small upcoming YouTubers? So how I feel about that is, technically, I view myself as a small YouTuber. I have 42,000 subscribers. To me, that just shows that you're small, but you're working. You get what I'm saying? I would help a small YouTuber that was working just as hard as I am. If you're posting 3 or more videos a week, we could collab. You get what I'm saying? Like, we can collab. If I see that you're growing because you're grinding, we can collab. But if you're posting a video once a week, once a month, not really interacting with the community, but you just want subscribers or you just want views because you want that lifestyle that bigger channels promote, I don't feel comfortable working with you. Mainly because I've never asked for a handout. I've yet to do a collab. I'm open to do a collab, but I've yet to do one because like most of the people that approach me with a collab, except for like one YouTuber who approached me with a collab, they weren't trying to grow their channel. They just wanted some views. Like that instant, you know, and I'm not even popping. So it's mixed feelings. What were you like when you were younger? Oh my God, when I was a kid, I was so fucking obnoxious. Like, I was so obnoxious. I asked all the questions in the book. I loved to dance. I actually took like dance classes and stuff. I thought I could sing. I wanted to be on American Idol. Like, when I was a kid, I wanted to do so much. It went from wanting to be a doctor to being a vet to being like a police officer for animals or something, because I remember I would watch Animal Police or Animal Cops or something like that, and that's what I wanted to be. I was like, you know what, if I ever see somebody with a dog tethered up, I'm gonna beat their ass with my baton. Like, I wanted to be that. Then I wanted to be on American Idol. Like, I just wanted to do so much. Like, I was just an off the walls ass kid. Like, I was crazy. I was so crazy. How do you describe your art style and what are your inspirations? I describe my art as very minimalistic, like a minimalistic, tribal type artwork. I don't want to say graffiti because I am not equipped with the spray paint, but I don't know. I really want to make some more stuff though. I left all my artwork at my grandmother's apartment from when we moved. There's still some stuff over there that I need to go and get because I just put some shit over there because she let me. But yeah, the second I get my stuff, I can do a fast motion drawing because a lot of you guys have been asking for another draw with me, because I did that like way before my channel even kicked off, and a lot of you guys watched it and you're like, yeah, I want to see that. So yeah, I'm gonna bring it back. How do you handle your problems with depression? Only wanting to know because I deal with depression and anxiety myself. Need tips. So I'm bipolar, manic depressive, whatever. I don't have anxiety or anything like that. I can hold my own in front of large groups of people. I don't get anxious. But my depression isn't more so like a long-term thing. Sometimes I get seasonal depression. So like, you know, like when it's cold outside and stuff and you're locked in the house and stuff like that. But the cold hasn't come yet. It's around like August and I'm still feeling pretty good. I've noticed my depression is more of like a mood, like, it's so hard to explain. It's like, there will be moments where I'm just super fucking hype, like hype as fuck, talking loud. I can feel my heart beating, like happy as shit. And then finally I'm like, okay, I need to calm down before I like wear myself out. And then I'll just sit down and then I'll just, you know, and then if I have that calm down moment and I'm chilling, I'm good. But for whatever the fuck reason, like when I have that calm down moment, I get easily irritable. So like if somebody says something to me or does something that aggravates me, like that's the rest of the day. Or like if somebody I care about says something to me that is, in my opinion, negative, I'll like think about it a lot. Like, let me think, what's an example? What's an example? Oh, okay, the other day, Daniel said that I seemed bored with something, and then I just sat there for maybe like 45 fucking minutes thinking like, oh fuck, he thinks I'm bored with this, but I'm actually not bored with it. Like, I'm actually really excited about it. So like, what's gonna happen when I actually am bored with something? Like, what's it gonna look like, and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just like all this racing thoughts that I just think about all the fucking time. And then finally, like, Daniel will come over to me and he'll just be like, dude, you've been looking like really sad for 45 minutes. We'll talk about something, boom, I'm manic again, I'm happy. So I can't really give you advice on depression because I don't feel depressed more than I'm manic, if that makes any sense. So by me handling my depression, I kind of need an outside source to reel me back in. I've not personally figured out how to make myself come out of the rut by myself, if that makes any sense. Like, I need a distraction to make the racing thoughts stop. Like, I don't hear voices or nothing, don't get it fucked up. I don't hear voices. I just have like rapid thinking like that. So I need something to pull me out. So maybe, usually what I do, sometimes I'll draw or I'll write, you know, just find like an outlet to express what you're feeling in that moment, so that when you are happy, you can go back and look at it and say, oh, well, hey, this was kind of, me personally, I'll look at my writing and be like, damn, I was being dramatic as fuck. Like, you know, like, it's just a learning experience. It's a personal learning experience. I know this be something private, but could you explain more about your drug use and some tips on how to stop from becoming addicted? I love you. So, I stopped doing drugs when I was around 19 and I'm 21 now. Basically, I never did anything that was super addictive. I knew people that were addicted on the things that I did, and I don't want to go into the depth on the drugs that I've done. All I can confirm for you guys is that I've never done crack, I've never done heroin, and I've never done meth or fentanyl, any type of opiates, none of that. Like, I've never done any hard drugs that would be difficult to kick, if that makes any sense. So And then I wasn't like a recreational everyday type user. Like it was more so like, oh, I'm at a club, I'm gonna do this with my friends. Oh, my friends are doing this, we're doing that type of thing. Like I never had like a problem where I was sitting at home by myself doing drugs. So I don't really know what to say, but if you feel like you need help, I would definitely go out there and get some help. There are people that are there to help you, and don't feel ashamed of needing help. Sometimes people need help getting to where they want to be. Alright guys, that is it for this Q&A video. If you like these videos, let me know in the comment. I can make some more. I might go live tonight, to be honest, because I'm kind of bored. So yeah. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and then go ahead and click the notification bell so that you can be notified. If your notifications aren't working, follow me on Twitter because I get a notification sent over to Twitter every time I post. Alright guys, peace out.
Yeah.